In the quiet corners of an old city, there lived a beggar who owned nothing but a torn coat and a kind heart. Every day, people passed him by, some with pity, others with disgust, yet he always found a reason to smile. What no one knew was that one small act of kindness from this man would change his life forever. His name was Thomas. Once he had dreams like everyone else, of a small shop, a family, a home. But a series of bad harvests, debts, and illness left him with nothing. Still, every morning, Thomas whispered a quiet prayer. "Let me give more than I take today." And even when he had only a few coins, he'd share his bread with stray dogs or hungry children on the street. One cold evening, as the city's lamps began to glow, a young woman stumbled near Thomas's spot. Her clothes were fine but torn, her shoes muddy, her eyes filled with fear. Without hesitation, Thomas gave her his old coat and the last coin he had, saying, "Keep this, miss. Seems you need it more than I do." She wept quietly, thanked him, and disappeared into the fog. Thomas thought nothing of it, just another soul in need. The next morning, Thomas returned to his usual spot, only to find it surrounded by strangers. One of them, a man in a fine hat, approached and asked, "Are you the beggar who helped my daughter last night?" Thomas nodded humbly. The man's eyes softened. "That young woman you saved, she's my only child. We searched all night for her. You gave her hope when no one else did." Then the man handed Thomas a letter sealed with gold and said, "You'll never have to beg again." The letter was a deed, a small shop in the heart of the city. Thomas, with trembling hands, read it again and again. In time, he built a bakery that became famous not for its bread, but for its kindness. No one ever left Thomas's shop hungry. He hired beggars, fed children, and gave warm meals to anyone in need. The city began calling him the Bread Saint. Years later, when he passed away, hundreds gathered in the rain to say goodbye. And at the center of the crowd stood that same young woman, now grown, holding his old coat. Sometimes the smallest act of kindness plants the biggest seeds of fortune. Thomas had nothing, yet gave everything. And from that kindness, his name was written forever in the heart of his city. This is Past and Prose, where forgotten tales breathe again. If this story touched your heart, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more timeless stories that remind us goodness never goes unnoticed.